Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Taking It Personally. I'm your host, Michelle Yampolsky-Gomez. Super excited to be here. It is season 3, episode 4. We've been plugging and chugging along, have a lot of good stuff in the pipeline, in the hopper, whatever you want to call it. Today, we are covering a theme near and dear to my heart, and that is Jewish camp. Jewish camp, a pivotal defining time in my life, suburban memories, chaos, codependence on all of your friends, like all the good stuff. And to make this conversation happen, I've brought on my dear friend, one of my longest friends, I would say, honestly.
That's so nice.
Randi Rosenthal. Welcome to the show, Randi.
I'm so excited. Truly.
I know you have been pleading and begging your case to come on for a while.
Yeah.
Let's just call it how it is, right? Like, I would say you have.
Yeah, because I feel like us together, it's like a natural. We have the gift of gab.
We have the gift of gab, except for when emergencies arise. I won't blow up your spot, but you've had a few of them. You know?
Yeah, our last few times hanging out together have been interesting. So sorry.
It's okay. It happens. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
She's not used to being in front of the camera.
Yeah, so that is part of my introduction. I'm
Sorry.
Randi. I am a TV producer, in reality, branded content producer, and I'm usually behind the camera. I made like a few cameos, like you may have recognized my feet in Real Housewives of New Jersey during a pedicure scene.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've was a waiter once, like I'm always in the background, but
Right.
this is new for me.
You're always coaching the talent too.
Yes.
That's part of your role, right?
Yes. As a producer, you kind of have to have your hands in everything. So I coach talent. I've never been talent before.
I feel like you're the wearer of many hats as a producer.
Yeah. You have your like logistics, creative, you're making things happen, you're putting fires out, helping people when they're crying. Like you're kind of doing everything.
Can you give us like a little background on the types of shows you do, or maybe like what's one of your favorite shows that you worked on in the past?
One of my favorite shows was F-Boy Island, which was a little dating show on HBO Max for a while, filming during COVID in the Cayman Islands. And it was just like a majestic.
And who hosted that?
Nikki Glazer.
So you worked with her like on her meteoric rise, which is really cool.
Yeah, she's like super nice. I mean, she was a big deal then, but now I feel like she's like a super big deal. But I was on the Cayman Islands surrounded by very hot, shirtless men, making people fall in love. So
just being a producer.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it's been fun watching you be on the producing side of things. You've even, I've played a role in some of your shows as well, if I might add, but we won't go into detail.
Oh, yeah.
We'll spare it because we're here for something much different today. And maybe you can kick things off with an introduction to what our setup is looking like on the table here.
Yeah, so on the table in front of us, we have 2 shot glasses and a plastic bottle that is now coconut water, but is reminiscent of what would be a Poland Spring water bottle. Because in our youth, which a lot of today is about, we would drink vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka, like the worst fucking kind of vodka, like Svedka. Worse than
jaw
Svedka.
Is tensing at the memory.
Yeah, Popov.
No, like Popov, like the cooking vodka that.
Yeah.
Well, it was either whatever we were stealing from our parents.
Which was like Grey Goose.
Guilty. Or it was whatever we could scrap money together for to get someone to buy for us.
Yeah.
And for some reason we were down with the...
Yeah, it was cheap. It was in plastic. Anyway, so this is actually good tequila because we have grown up. And this is a organic coconut water bottle because I'm in my 30s and I need it to survive whenever I drink. But we're going to start off because I feel like this is like a secret kickoff to this whole thing to talk about our youth.
I'm going to take a quick picture.
Okay.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. Perfect. Before we lose track of everything because I'm not ripping tequila. The last time I ripped several tequila shots was your birthday at a bingo event.
Last summer. Yes.
I lost miserably at bingo.
That was fun.
But you are my guest and I cannot say no.
Okay. I keep to our youth. Do it.
No.
Come on. That is like so smooth compared to what we're used to. A little cough over there.
Yeah, to chase that. Okay. And I just also a moment for the shot glasses themselves. So
these are actually from my high school collection. I just want you to know.
Oh, that's fabulous.
From our Jew camp time.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's fabulous. And this is definitely from the Shuk in Tel Aviv. Any girl who was visiting Tel Aviv on birthright between the years of 2005 to now is definitely stocking up on these shot glasses to bring home to everybody. You're so unique because it has a Hamza on it. In fact, you're so unique that I have a tattoo of a Hamza on my ribcage.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot all the
That's like a
time.
big tattoo that a lot of people have from that time.
Yeah, no, that I got blacked out on shrooms.
Yeah.
Had to take a pedicab to an open tattoo parlor on
Oh,
St. Mark's.
yes.
It's been a while. So I just wanted to do a brief check-in before we jumped into everything and talk about things that we took personally this week. This show is called Taking It Personally, and it's really a play on words. It's like been a project for me on how I can get over or act out or just live out my big feelings, right? Over time, because I am known to have big feelings. It is what it is. And I'm just always perpetually annoyed or pissed off at something, anyone, anything. So 2 things that I noticed this week that have driven me absolutely insane. First is the pace of people walking in the city. So I'm getting stuck in this really terrible rut where I'm walking on the sidewalk and I'm minding my business and someone comes up next to me and I'm speeding up to get around them, but then they're picking up the pace too. And they're not making it so that I can just be in my own again. They're walking side by side
And
with
that's
me.
uncomfortable. Like, as a New Yorker, I hate when that happens. You're like, this is so awkward.
But
like,
you
I'm
understand
walking.
but you understand what I'm
get it.
describing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it happens to you too. And I don't know why it really grinds my gears. Like it's like we're 2 cars on the Garden State Parkway and no one will let me get around. And it's just like, get out of my business. So that's one thing.
Okay. I just want to comment on that because
Please.
I think the problem is there's so many freaks on the streets of New York. So like you
And
don't
not fun freaks.
No, like you don't want to be walking next to anybody for too long because you're like, what if they shank me? Like, what if they pee
what
on
if
me? Like,
exactly.
what if they
have something to say?
Yeah.
What if they want to talk?
It's survival. It's like basically that's why you want to pass them.
Like, that's
Your
such a good
instinct.
point.
Yeah.
Your instinct is like, I just want my space around me again, which is a complex statement to say when you're living and being in Manhattan. But regardless, the other thing that I took personally this week was that Vogue just announced that they were using an AI model for one of their upcoming covers shoots. And what the fuck? How fucking irritating is that? We don't have enough issues. We haven't just gotten through like all these issues, COVID and Me Too, and everyone's beautiful and everyone was happy to be fat. Now everyone wants to be skinny. And now we have to be up against the AI models. That's kind of crazy.
Do they, like, I don't know what this model looks like, but is she, I mean, it's a robot. So like, it's not real.
Right.
So it's going to be like, so we can't even achieve that standard of beauty.
But it's also so boring. There is that one AI influencer who has 3 boobs. I haven't.
I think I'm aware of that.
Yet. What about you? Anything happened this week that you're taking personally? Annoyed by? Want to vent about?
I feel very seen. I'm going to reference a reality show because that's like where I get all my information from.
Sounds
Real
healthy.
Housewives of Miami.
Okay.
New cast member Stephanie has a meltdown in a bus about another cast member, Lisa, being late. And being late is like such a boring thing. So I have something more exciting to share that like bothers me. But I was just like, I feel so seen. And this woman, Stephanie, is saying everything that I always feel because I'm always on time or early, even if I try to be late.
You're good like that. Like
But
today,
it's
I was
annoying.
5 minutes early, and that has never happened here. I'm always like on time or late. It's not great. I am trying to improve.
Well, we try. But another thing that I take personally is vomit.
Okay.
It's a weird thing to say, but
It's not weird. It's called emetophobia.
yeah, it's called emetophobia. I actually have been plagued by it my whole life, but living in New York, you realize that there's vomit everywhere. And it's a personal attack on me because I'm like, I just think it's rude to vomit in public. And I know things happen, but I'm like, that's disgusting. Like, don't do that near me.
Have you ever vomited in a really wacky, crazy place or have a wacky story about it? Because I do.
I mean, I do from high school, and it was at our friend's house. And I'm just going to say I was found naked in a bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
By her dad, my friend's dad. And
it's all coming back.
I would say that was probably like the most epic way I've ever vomited.
Okay. Mine was I was dating my first serious boyfriend in high school, and we went out in the city with his friends and we went sake bombing.
Of course.
We went sake bombing, and then for some reason, everyone was like, let's go get foot rubs and massage
After sake bombing?
after sake bombing. And we went and I just did not feel good. And then his one friend who was driving, I got in the car and I threw up in his car. So it was like not a great impression for said boyfriend. We were dated for a while after.
Which boyfriend are you allowed to say?
Sagi.
I remember.
Yeah,
I had a feeling.
Yeah, well, he's the only one who would literally be down for a massage after sake bomb. So guess that worked out.
Good time.
He's a man of luxury and leisure. What can I say?
Yes.
So I want to bring it back now, unless you have anything else that's annoyed you this week.
I mean, everything, but it's fine.
No, I know. Everything really is just like fucking tragic. Yeah. So the reason we're having this conversation today, despite everything else going on, we have a lot of fun. We've been friends for a long time. You do really amazing stuff with work, and that was a fly. That's not me swapping at you. And we have so much fun together. But we have a really fun history, really fun roots. And it feels so symbolic and timely because it is summer. It's summer, and we met at Jew camp.
Yes.
And I want to set the scene of where we met. Let's tell the viewers a little bit about Gesher.
Okay, so we're going to name.
We're going to say Gesher because it's closed.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
I was looking it up before I came. It's closed. So picture this. It's summer. 2005.
Yeah.
2005 or 6.
No, I think 5. Yeah.
Economy hasn't crashed yet. Everyone's parents are still working and happy. We're kids of a wealthy New Jersey suburb, and our parents all don't know what to do with us over the summer. I had a younger brother. He's attending a day camp. My mom wants to pawn me off to said day camp as well because I was in my rebellious era and I didn't want to go back to sleepaway camp. The camp created a counselor in training program for me and my friend.
I don't think I know this whole origin story.
That's my villain story. They created a CIT program for me and my friend. Do you know which friend I'm talking about?
Does her name start with an L?
Yes, because my mom essentially begged. Like she's like, she doesn't drive. I can't do anything with her. She can't be home all day. She's just going to get into trouble. Please do something. So they created this program. My brother was a camper, and my friend and I were the two youngest campers, or the two oldest campers, but the youngest counselors. So we worked just as hard and we weren't really fucking paid. And we were just putzing around this camp with older kids. Okay? And how did you find out about the camp?
It was,
okay.
I'm going to say her name.
Outed.
Because she was very influential in my high school years. Yes. I will say that she was, I'm going to use like a movie 13 reference. She was like the Evie to my Tracy.
Totally.
So she was there and I just like always wanted to hang out with her because we were very codependent.
Yes,
very
and that was
codependent.
and that's a really good analysis because Elle was my Evie.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yes.
Like really
we
bad.
We all had them.
We all had one and we were all influenced.
Yes.
And mine was...
I mean, she was wild.
Wild.
She was a wild choice to be working at that camp.
With kids.
Because you need to set the scene of what... I don't know if we have time, but like she looked like... I mean,
we may as well get into it, right? So, I had two parents who worked, and as a result, if there was any friend whose parents were around to give me rides or like help out after school or something, my mom would try to get me to be friends with their kid. In comes Elle, who I've known now for years, who is trouble. Like she is a troublemaker. She's sneaking out of the house. She's like
an icon now. Like I feel like she's iconic.
Like, she's historic.
Yes.
She's historic, guys. I don't know what she does now, but she's
where is she?
In the history books from our youth, I would say.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, I'm talking sneaking out 11 and 12, finding alcohol, just always with an older boyfriend.
Yes. I looked like a child.
I looked like
you looked like a child. She didn't look like a child.
She
was like girl, high school, like it was like a whole thing. Right. It was a vibe.
So then you have all of these people looking for something to do over the summer. And in comes this modern Orthodox Jewish day school academy.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
The last name is one that many would recognize due to our current administration. They open a day camp on the premises. You have all of these modern Orthodox children and young adults coming to play counselor. And then you have this influx of public school kids like myself and Elle and whatever the hell your school was. How would you even...
It was private, but it was not super religious.
Yeah. So like you pretty much have kids of like all different denominations coming in within the Jewish wheelhouse, right? And I'm just trying to paint,
Yeah.
the visual. I'm 15, you're 16, right? Ish.
Yeah.
14
I
or
think
15?
I turned 16 while I was there.
Yeah.
My first summer. Because I worked there 2 summers. And I believe you did as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I stopped when you stopped.
Mm.
Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
So you're the reason I'm trying to paint this picture is because you have kids in kippas who haven't really been exposed to much to the outside world, who are praying and religious and keeping kosher. And then you have a bunch of wild children
Like
just
us.
like us who are like descending on this peaceful, serene campus.
In our short shorts.
In our short shorts, and we're not wearing skirts and we're not covering up our knees and we don't know how to pray. Chaos kind of ensues, right? So it's an interesting mix. And if you were what age group did you counsel, like take care of?
That's a good question. I don't know. I honestly, the memories are a bit fuzzy
Blurry.
From that time in my life. I would say they were pretty young, but maybe 8-year-olds.
Okay.
Maybe 8 or 9.
Okay,
8 to 10.
I did kindergartners.
Oof.
And I actually that was a great part of the job. I loved the kindergartners, and
that's tough. They're still pooping in their pants.
But I'm also still pooping in my pants. I was the youngest counselor, and I was we were so young, and there were so many older kids, so you're just starting to get exposed to stuff. All of a sudden, I'm getting picked up after camp and going to someone's party afterwards and ripping a bong, and I'm 14 and I can't even make it through to the Starbucks 5 minutes later. You know what I mean? It was just such a hot mess express.
It was. And now that we're talking about this, I'm trying to remember meeting you, and I don't have an exact memory.
Neither.
You just existed one day. We've been friends ever since.
So you
it was
would say
that.
I'm historic to you as well.
Yeah.
Highly influential.
Yeah.
And if you were a camper trying to describe your counselor, Randi, in 3 words, what would they be?
Trouble.
Your camper would do that?
My camper would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to go with think trouble,
Okay.
short, free.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You have really insightful 8-year-olds as campers.
They'd probably also just be you're cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I think mine would be funny, probably crying over a boy. I did that a lot, in trouble, because I just feel I was always getting yelled at for something.
We were.
Yeah.
We were.
So I want to set the scene. We talked a little bit about the camp and the layout of it and how old we were. So let's paint the visuals, right? So we were working at this camp, and once a week there are staff meetings that would occur. And they were after camp, they were at night. This shit was a fashion show to me.
So you remember so much more because I never pay attention. And especially then, if you were to ask me what I remember from those meetings, I was shenanigans. I was focused on boys, what we were doing after, where the party was.
Okay.
I don't really know what was said.
We need to back it up before everyone thinks I'm a fucking nerd. So I was researching what I was going to talk about on this episode. So I really had to sit there and be what actually happened at said camp, There
were big staff meetings, so those were a big part of what we did. I just don't really know.
Once a week, we would go to a staff meeting. You would go over things with your division, your agenda. It was a fashion show for me because here I was trying to make an 18-year-old fall in love with me every fucking week. Every week it was a new target. And what else really stood out? My friend Elle, who we mentioned earlier, who was serious trouble, we're talking serious trouble, at one point was dating a much older Guido from a neighboring town. And as you know, Italians and Jews are modern Orthodox Jews are 2 different things. And her older Guido boyfriend came and threatened to shoot up the camp, which was really serious.
Oh my God. I do kind of remember that.
And we were
That's not funny.
It's not fun. It wasn't funny. It was funnier then because we didn't live in this world.
And also because he wasn't he was not made to do that. That's not who he was. It's funny that he thinks that.
He was a MySpace Guido.
Yeah, he beat up the beat at the teen club on Route 10 on the weekend.
Oh, good times.
Good times.
Literally with
it was
the
called
Z.
Good Times, yeah.
Any other visuals that you remember from what camp looked like or what your day-to-day was like other than parading around in short shorts?
I got in trouble a lot for that.
Yeah.
For my wardrobe. I got in trouble.
Well, you
a
had
lot.
such long legs that they would just naturally be short on you.
Yeah.
But then you would roll it up 3 more times.
Yeah. And also, I wore bikinis and they were you have to wear a one piece. So I remember I went out to American Apparel, rest in peace, and I bought a one piece that had holes. So, I was still not covered. It had, huge holes on the side. Anyways, I remember that walk. I remember walking in the back of the school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, huge. They had so much property.
So much property,
Like,
yeah.
you could have a camp there, and they did. But I just remember, like, that walk and, like, seeing everybody. And, like, I think I felt really confident there. Because I feel
Yeah.
like it was, like, we were, like, so young, but we had, like, responsibility and some freedom that maybe we didn't have before.
Yeah.
And I just was like, it's kind of like, do you know the movie Adventureland? It's, like, one of
Yeah.
my favorite movies of all time. It's, like, a coming-of-age summer. Yeah. It was like that. But, like, not as...
I
Probably,
don't wanna
like,
say
not as
trashy.
quirky and, like, hipster, more like, yeah.
So you remember
Anyways.
what it looked like?
Yeah,
Any
and my
other, like,
feeling.
standout memory of the feeling of being there?
Well, like, at one point, do I bring up the fact that I dated a much older man?
It's coming.
Okay, because that's, like, a
That
standout
was
from
scandalous and juicy.
me.
And the
Yeah.
ropes course were,
I got in a lot of trouble.
yeah. I mean, for me, I remember, like, for me, it was like a big cultural because
mhm.
I had gone to public school. I wasn't really exposed to a lot of this like religious component, right?
Yeah.
So something that always stood out to me was like all of these kids came from all over the place in the tri-state area. Like I would just drive 5 minutes from my house to go
Right.
to be going to work. But you had kids coming from North Jersey, East Brunswick, Staten Island, like,
Which are, like, hour drive.
yeah, like longer than
Yeah.
people's commutes, really,
Mhm.
just to go to this school. So that was something that stood out to me. Yeah, the layout of the school is something that I like always kind of almost feel like nostalgic for.
I remember, like, the halls. But also, I remember we had a huge group of
Yeah.
people from, like, your public school, the actual...
No, actually, the first summer, me and Elle were the only people from my public school.
Well, it was that, then the actual school we were at,
Yeah.
then my school. So it was kind of like all these different people merging together. And we all, like, we were like a huge group for a while.
Totally. And everyone, you know, we would have our staff meetings once a week and then you'd go to a party afterwards.
Mhm.
And then like every night you were out doing something. And I
Every
was way
night.
too young for that.
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like way too young. And I somehow convinced my parents to let me quote unquote host a party one night. And everyone was like smoking blunts underneath my
yeah.
deck. And the
Mhm.
smoke was coming up through
Oh my
through like
God, our
the
parents.
through the bars of the deck. And my dad was like, it smells like skunk. I was like, but I'm up here. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. I can't control what other people do.
Exactly.
So let's talk about the trouble. Did you almost ever get fired from camp?
I think so. I think it was a mixture of them being fed up with my wardrobe being a little more scandalous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got banned from the ropes course because there were older Israeli men there who were probably like low 20s, maybe at most 25.
Yeah.
And I was, at this point, this was the second year, so I was like 17, turning 18.
Yeah.
And it can't help. The heart wants what it wants. So I had a relationship. Well, actually, like a full-fledged relationship
You
with
did.
the ropes course guy who was in his 20s. And
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because like now looking back, like I would literally, if I saw him again, I'd be like, get away from her. Like
it's so different now.
it is,
It's
but we're also
different.
like older and our frontal lobe has developed more and you're just
Mhm.
kind of like, okay, like, you know.
Yeah.
But at the time I was like, they're in love. You can't ban her from the ropes course.
We were forbidden love. And so like I just went to the ropes course. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? Ban me? And like what's gonna happen? Like it's so weird. And so that went on. And to this day, that man reaches out to me.
Yes. He
'Cause
lives
he is
in this
among
area.
us.
He's
Yes.
among us. He lives here in New York.
Yes.
He's never far.
Never far.
Never far.
Yeah.
I have a less harmless story, memory, whatever. But there was like a game day, some kind of competition day, and the people hosting it brought out 2 jalapenos or like some kind of hot pepper, and they were like, "No, it's me." They were like, "Oh, you know, let's pick 2 people to like race each other in eating this whole pepper." And the director,
Sorry. That's such a weird thing. Like, I was trying to get through it, but I'm like, that's so funny to me.
I know. And because Elle and I were so inseparable,
Mhm.
the camp director was like, oh, easy, these 2, right? So we like have to like inhale a pepper, beat each other. My mouth is so on fire. I'm sitting there and you know, it wasn't a dairy day, so I couldn't get milk to like quench the spice
'Cause
after.
you have to talk about that, meat and dairy.
Yeah, so
separate.
because it was a kosher camp, you keep things
Mhm.
like meat and dairy apart. But on this day, really desperately needed like a fucking gallon of milk to my face. And I wasn't able to procure it as a result. So I was just like sobbing in a corner somewhere as like the little crybaby. That was just like a really random story that came up for me when I like ate an edible and was thinking about what we were going to talk about. And I just like was transported, you know?
There's so many things we don't remember that I'm sure would be lovely to discuss.
Yeah. Well, I think you should pour 2 more shots.
Yeah.
And
It's shot o'clock.
is there any other, like, what other memories do you have of either working at that camp that like was really profound on you? Any moments? Because I have another one too.
I mean, I think like the whole like dating that older man is pretty profound. I'm trying to think what else happened.
Are we?
Yeah. Oh, there was a summer. This is not the summer where I only remember Elle being there one summer. Like she wasn't there my last year, I don't think. Okay.
Yeah.
But like this isn't really at camp, but there was like those big parties happening from those 2 brothers at my high school during one summer, which was truly like maybe the lowest point of my entire life. But those were really profound. It's like we worked, we went to these crazy parties, we did it all night, like we partied all night and then we'd just like show up to work. And I like don't really know how he did that.
I mean,
like,
now I definitely couldn't do it.
No.
That was another thing that was really new to me was the concept of people's parents going away for like as long as they did and just like leaving a kid at home because one person would have their parents go away for 2-3 weeks and then we would all know about it and everyone would just go camp out at that house essentially.
Yeah.
It was like a given. Like you just knew to go to that house. And I don't think like people really cared. And didn't your car get severely damaged?
No, that was someone else's car.
Can you tell the story?
Yeah. So there was a summer where these 2 teenage boys had a big house to themselves in a gated community. And it was kind of like American Pie. It was like every teen movie from like the 90s, 2000s combined into one. And they got so crazy, epically crazy. And I remember one day, me and my friend woke up in the morning. She was like, I can't find my keys anywhere. And we were like, oh shit, like that's crazy. Let's look for them. And then we realized that her car is in the front lawn wrapped around a tree with the engine still running. So we're like, there are the keys. And she was also so nonchalant about it. Like, I'd be like, my life is over. My parents are going to murder me. Like, and she was like, well, there's my car. And we all just like stood so hungover on the front lawn being like, well, guess we're going to have to get someone to take us home.
I had a memory come up from camp and it involves some of the same people in common. I kicked someone in the balls.
Like at camp?
Yeah.
Like an adult?
No, another counselor who I did not like. It was the first summer. He was a redhead. My brother's also a redhead, so this is not redhead slander by any means. And this person was my brother's camp counselor. And my brother was a little quirky, whatever. And I overheard this counselor talking shit about my brother and saying that he was really annoying. And something just came over my 14-year-old self. And I like marched over to him and I said, what did you just say? Are you talking about my brother? And then I blacked out and I swung my leg and I just kicked him right in the nuts. And the whole room just like fell silent and I stormed away. And it was so highly dramatic. I'm shocked I didn't get in trouble.
Do you know who that is coming out of you? That's Mish Jones.
Yeah, that is the origination of Mish Jones.
Mish Jones.
You want to talk about Mish Jones? My alter ego? I do have an alter ego.
Mish Jones. I still call you Mish Jones.
It works.
Based on Mike Jones, the forgotten rapper of our time.
Right.
I still love his music.
He doesn't get enough respect.
No, Mike Jones like killed it back in our day. Back in our day.
Mish Jones was my alter ego that would come out at parties. I don't know what prompted me to do it, but I like at the time could rap every word of his. So I would be rapping and mixing
I'm looking for a dime.
Yeah, and mixing drinks at the same time. And I would call the drinks the Mish Jones experience. Why?
I don't remember.
Orange juice, cranberry juice, and vodka. Ugh. That was it. That would
make me hurl.
And I was like, no, my proportions are amazing. Like, you've never had it like this. Like, it was like something spectacular.
Yeah.
And that was for the nights that I wasn't driving because I drove a lot. Once I got that car.
Which we have to talk about.
Take it away.
That's kind of like what I think about a lot is piling into your Jeep when you learned how to drive. Which is funny because you're a year younger than me, so I was driving before you, but you were always driving.
Yes. I learned to drive right when you were going on your trip to Israel with school.
Which I have photos of.
Okay.
I did some digging.
Okay.
And there's a picture of us because
At the airport?
At the airport, which is like so funny that like it was like you and all like the rest of the crew from summer that like you felt the need to like send us off at the airport.
Yeah,
it was like such a big moment that we were like separating. Yeah.
We were
it was
attached
funny.
at the hip.
Yeah.
I was deep in my tanning booth days. In that picture, I know
Yes.
exactly which picture
I know,
it is.
you know,
I'm so
we will
brown.
pull it out. We will pull it out.
Low-rise jeans were in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, low-rise jeans, belly out at all times.
It was not good.
Also, that night was my first time driving on a highway. You try driving on a highway in your brand new Jeep Liberty with a bunch of fucking modern Orthodox boys screaming at you that you need to go faster and you're going to be rear-ended. I'm like, you could have fucking driven your mom's minivan or whatever the fuck you drive for fun and shut the fuck up.
It was a lot of minivans. I actually remember somebody had a giant van from the 70s that was so broke down. Like, I don't know how we made it. It had shag carpet and the seats within it did a full circle and that chugged up to my driveway. And my paranoid Jewish mother, who like is so nervous, let me get in that car and drive to Asbury Park.
Because why? Where did you say you were?
No, because we have to get to that. Yes, we're just going to talk about it.
Okay.
You are and always will be my alibi.
Yeah.
So like back in the day, whenever I was off doing God knows what, and I had to lie to my parents, I was always like, I'm with Michelle Yampolsky because our parents weren't friends. And so there was no way that they could ever track me down and find out what I was really doing. And to this day.
But it was close enough that we weren't.
She knows, would allow my mother still knows who you are. Like I was like, I'm going with Michelle Yampolsky.
So here's my problem. Here's the problem that I have. I'm not so liked by parents.
Yeah.
And I like parents, like, and I am a parent. But before that, like, I am so liked by parents.
Yeah.
Usually, if I'm going to someone's house, like, if the parents smoke cigarettes, I'll have one on the back with them with a glass of wine, like, whatever. Or if I need to, like, get to know them, I'm going to get to know them and I'm going to hang out. So I earn parents' trust in that way. And they know that their kid is up to no good, but they want their kid hanging out with me.
Yeah.
And that's not even a flex. That's just the stats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And nowadays, I do find myself sometimes resorting to you because there's this like, I don't know, I have problems. Like I need to just like not lie to my mother, but.
Thank God she won't listen to this.
I know. But like if I'm ever on a date with a man and I don't want my mom to ask me a million questions, like any Jewish mother will, like, where's he from? What's his family do? I just will be like, I'm hanging out with Michelle because I can't even say I'm going on a date because then it like is like 50 questions. I keep punching this mic. I'm like so excited.
I know. Get it out. Get it out.
So you're still my alibi.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna judge you for it.
No.
There was one thing we needed to go back to, but now I can't remember what it was.
It was just me talking about one of my fondest memories of summer is just piling into your car.
Yeah.
And you driving us everywhere. And it was always like 6 girls.
Yep.
We know the crew. And we were always just like driving from like party to party, pizza place, 7-Eleven.
If it fits, they sit.
Yeah.
And
it was not safe.
It wasn't.
But you're a safe driver.
I'm a great driver. Mm-hmm. I'm a fabulous driver.
Yeah.
My husband says otherwise, but he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
No, you've been through a lot.
Thank you.
I
really have been through a lot. And the thing is I love driving. So it was never like a chore for me. Like I would always get kind of bummed out when it wasn't my turn to drive.
Yeah,
because I just always felt like so in control of the situation.
Yeah.
I missed that car all the time. I drove it into the ground though.
Those seats could talk.
There is someone who saved up his hard-earned cash washing dishes in Corona, Queens right now, driving around my 2007 Jeep Liberty with a Gamma Phi Beta sticker on the back window.
God.
Maybe he doesn't even drive it anymore. Who knows? When you think about growing up the way we did, what's something that you're nostalgic for and what's something that you absolutely do not miss?
That is a great question. I'm nostalgic, honestly, for the whole thing. Like, I know people hate high school, but like I had such a good experience. And I miss just being, like, picking up my phone and like being like, this is what I'm doing. Like there was always a plan. And I guess that's like still how life is, but it's different. Like it was so exciting then because we were like all in the suburbs, all in our houses, like our parents breathing down our necks.
Speak
And
for
I
yourself.
feel like we had such freedom to like with each other to like go to this party, go to that party. Like we had a rich social life for like young people.
Totally. And I was the queen of BBM. BlackBerry
I
Messenger
was
was
gonna say
my
like
thing.
BBM. It's like, what was that?
No, now you
Yeah.
forgot, right?
I
But like
forgot.
if BlackBerry made a phone tomorrow, I'd leave iPhone because I was just tit-tatting away on my keyboard, tippy-tapping, like making plans, loving life. I mean, I always miss summer.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
nostalgic for like summer and the memories we're talking about, even the way we talk about it on camera. Like, I don't think we could properly ever convey how wacky of an experience it
Yeah.
was to have all of these non-religious, non-kosher kids, party animals descend on this like
We infiltrated.
infiltrated is a great word. So I'll always like have that nostalgia. I definitely don't miss the like level of, you know, snobbiness that kind of came with the area with which we grew up in.
Yeah.
I think it's a known thing about where we grew up.
I feel like you had it worse than I did because, like, I grew up in a suburb that was kind of like out of that bubble. And then my school, which definitely I'm sure had its own thing, like, it was like, I feel like where you grew up with was like, that was like particularly
Yes.
bad.
Yeah. But that's
Like-
why, like, when I met my friends from outside of it, at camp or whatever, it was like my escape away. Matthew, stop texting.
Tell your
Stop texting.
husband you're busy, reminiscing,
It's on Do Not Disturb.
taking shots. Time for another one.
Cheers.
It's a lot for a school night.
So smooth. What was the most suburban thing about your childhood or even your youth at camp or whatever?
I feel like for my childhood, like I was always like barefoot in the grass, running around with my neighborhood friends, like riding a bike to my, like when I was, before I knew you, it was pure. It was like, that was like my childhood. Like I was always in the streets, like with friends. And then
They should see her out at Pride weekend now. She's not barefoot, but she is bare.
That was good.
Thanks.
That was good. And also just like, that was like nice. And also, like I said, just like getting in the car with you and friends and like doing anything we wanted.
Yeah.
Or it felt like we were doing anything we wanted. I think like that's like, yeah.
Yeah, summer was the best. What do we think was so cool back then that now makes us cringe?
So much.
I have a few. Because now my frontal lobe has fully developed and I'm so mad at myself for all the pictures I took and posted, like happily.
Let me just pull it up for a second.
Oh, God.
This is the picture you are referring to.
Oh, my God.
For the class.
Well, we're going to have to superimpose that into the app.
My mother just texted me her ears must be ringing.
Wait, you have to send me that. That is,
I'm in
that's
juicy.
not that bad. But
no,
like,
this isn't. I mean, I'm in juicy velour pants, which are in.
Chris, how dark am I in that picture? I look like I worship a tanning.
Very tan. I don't really get the hat and glasses. You kind of look like the.
Wait, hold on.
From the Magic School Bus.
Okay,
like
Miss Frizzle. Okay, first of all, I needed glasses to see. I was driving.
These are like.
I didn't have LASIK.
But to be honest, like this whole fit is like bad. Like I see girls in the streets of New York wearing this.
No, I can't even explain.
And then this is us really tan. This is us really tan.
Oh no.
There's a hint of a Solo cup in the corner.
Yeah.
So you know what we were doing. Yeah.
You know. Also, another thing that makes me cringe from the past is Facebook statuses. Really terrible ones. I was always writing about like, I'm tearing up. My worst one is like, I'm tearing up my finals so I could tear it up tonight. Like, what? Why did I do that?
No,
so embarrassing.
The Facebook statuses come back to haunt. I still get reminders, and it's like, Akon rocks. And I'm like, I mean, he does, but that's like so embarrassing.
Didn't you just go to an Akon concert?
I just saw Akon like 2 years ago, and it changed my life.
Okay.
He still got it.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Are there any smells, songs, or foods that immediately transport you back to your teenage years or camp?
Cool Ranch Doritos and Domino's Pizza, because those were both two things that I always ate after parties, specifically at our friend's house on the driveway. There was always like, we were just like wasted eating Domino's.
Mine is Red Hot Chili Peppers, the show Entourage. We would all get together once a week to watch. And bong rips, like the taste of a bong rip. There's something about like of dirty bong water that just makes me remember that time.
Yeah. Also a smell for me is Escada Moon Sparkle.
Ooh.
It is a perfume that I wore too long in life. Yeah.
I'm sure it's delicious. Do you think we'd survive if we had to relive a full week of our camp counselor selves today?
I think I would survive, but I would vomit a lot, which is like something I don't like doing. It's a theme today. I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm bringing to this. Yeah. Anyways, like I think like the way we drank, like I would just be barfing all the time.
Yeah. I don't think I'd survive it just because like it just seems way more uppity now.
Uppity.
Yeah, like no one gave back in my day.
Mm.
Like no one really gave a shit about anything. And now I just feel like every parent has like Life 360 on their camper. I can't just like
like if it was like today, we
Yeah.
would be in trouble.
No, it would be
It just
totally fucked. There are two things I just want to share really quick because then we're going to wrap.
okay.
Number one, as we talked about the infiltration of the non-religies versus the religies, I just want to say that I like indoctrinated the son of a very well-known rabbi of the East Coast. Like I had no idea that it's a thing in a lot of these like Hasidic or Lubavitch homes that some kids will go out and explore and like try to test the waters. So when I met this young folk,
We have to talk about who exactly this is. I think I have an idea.
you
but,
know who
like,
it is.
off the mic.
No, you
Yeah.
definitely know who it
Okay.
is. When we met him, I truly did not grasp or understand that he was participating in this kind of like a ritual thing. When you're one of 7 or 8 kids, like some kids are going to go try out new things. So he was always trying to break rules or go drinking or
He
meet
was, like,
girls.
the-
He was a bad
He
Jew,
was
but he was so
naughty.
cute. The girls went nuts for him.
They
What?
They Oh, yes.
Girls like thought he was adorable because he acted like he was
yes.
he literally just hatched from an egg. Like, he literally like
He looked
just
like a
came to this
baby.
planet.
Did.
And I don't know, we just hit it off. We latched. We were always together.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, and I just kept accidentally like exposing him. I kept
Bad.
accidentally exposing him to like
Bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad things. And on the other side of the spectrum, someone else who latched onto me was also troubled. So I guess I'm just like a fucking magnet for this shit. But he was older than me. A year older than me, and he was also like troubled, but he would drive me anywhere I wanted to go before I got my license.
We all needed that then.
We all had one of those rides.
Mm.
My last question, what would teenage camp counselor us think of who we are now?
I think teenage camp counselor me would be like, oh wow, like you still don't have your shit together. Because like I'm like childless and single. So like I still kind of like tear it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like I think she would be proud of my career.
Yeah, you have a sick
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think teenage me would be like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what have you done?
Yeah.
Like, she would just be so confused by
Did
me.
you want kids then?
No, I did, but I always I don't know what I thought, like, expected, but now I'm suddenly, like, Susie Homemaker. Like, I love
Yeah.
to, like, cook and
That's
take
great.
care of I don't know. It's odd.
That's
Do you have
funny.
any final thoughts that you want to share with the group before we wrap? Any callbacks? Anything that's popped into your head?
I mean, I could do this all day. Like, I think we
Obviously.
can talk about this all day. And we always talk about how I want to make this into a movie,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to do that in a non-offensive way. I feel like.
No, there's you just have to let it rip.
Yeah. All I want to say, final thoughts, is that I'm really glad I met you back in those days.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And we're still pals. You're still my
And
alibi.
neighbors.
We're neighbors.
We're neighbors.
It was just like the greatest time. We were bad, but like look at us now.
But we were good.
We made it.
We were like
We
pretty
were bad,
good.
but we were like, we weren't in jail bad.
What it's like
Close,
it's
but
like
not-
the line from that movie or that show Bloodline, like, we're bad people. We just did a bad thing.
That's perfect.
That is
That's
it.
perfect. Let's just end there.
Where can people find you on social?
If
If you want. I don't have to.
hungry with curls.
She eats, she has curly hair, and there's
Mm.
always a treat on her Instagram.
That's right. Should we
Yeah.
end with a final plastic?
Just a casual school
God,
night.
we used to take these out all the time, these bottles. They were with us all the time.
Do you remember
always with-
Goldschlager?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Cheers.
Cheers
Count.
to you. Me
Cheers,
Jones.
Chris. Thank you. Love you, Randy. Thanks for
Love
coming on.
ya. Ah, feels good.